Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about fake eyelashes. I'm going to show you guys how I applied them and give you a little bit of tips and tricks along the way. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first I just want to share with you guys a couple little tips and tricks of mine that I feel like have really helped me. The reason I actually have had requests to do this video from some of you guys and then also just some other people in my real life. But honestly, I've never felt super comfortable putting false eyelashes on camera. I have put them on for years. I danced when I was younger. I was in theater in high school, so I wore fake eyelashes a lot. And I don't wear them every day. Like, I have a job and I don't, just do makeup every day as my job. So I don't get to wear them every single day. But I do think they're really fun, and I probably do wear them like once a week. Or sometimes more if I'm filming tutorials or something like that. I do really like to wear them when I film just because I feel like you really can see them and it just kind of puts the whole look together. But like I said, I have never really been comfortable doing them on camera until now, because now I feel like I really have it down. I've practiced a lot, and honestly with makeup, when people ask me like how to do wing or how to do false eyelashes or how to do like trickier stuff like that, the main thing I say is practice. Every night before you go to bed, if you're trying to do a wing, just practice a couple times, wipe it off and then go to bed. Or with false eyelashes, it's just all about practice. And to this day, there are still like some videos I look at and I'm like, those false eyelashes were horrible. But like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I have a job outside of this, so I don't play with them every single day. So it's just all about practice and kind of getting comfortable with it. And like I said, lately I've really found a lot of tricks that I feel like have helped me, and I do want to share those with you guys. So the first one is to get super up close to a mirror and look down into the mirror instead of looking up or straight ahead. What I like to do is I like to look down and then I will pinch the eyelash on, and that way it kind of just lays really nicely. Instead of trying to go straight on and trying to deal with it that way, I feel like that's a little bit more complicated. And again, you guys will see me apply some eyelashes, so you guys will see me do all these little tricks. Some people really love those eyelash like tools, how to apply them. I have had some of the plastic ones that come with like a set of eyelashes from like Ardell or Kiss or something like that. I've never had one of the metal ones. I'm not a huge fan of the plastic ones because I find that the glue dries on them and it's really hard because then it'll get stuck to the eyelash and then it honestly is way more messy. I would just rather use my fingers. And another little trick is the glue. The glue is so important because I feel like I have used some lash glues in the past that are just not great. My all-time favorite is the Revlon Precision Lash Glue. I can't even say that. Mine is really gross right now, so I'm not going to show you guys an up-close shot of this. That is the one drawback, is that it does get kind of gross because it is one of those lash glues that you do pull out and it has a little brush. But I love this because it's so easy to not get too much glue. I find that, or I have found that in the past, I would put too much glue on my lashes, like the Duo Lash Glue. I will insert a picture if I can find one, but it comes in like a little squeezy tube, and I feel like it's so easy to squeeze out way too much glue. Where with this, you can get a nice thin line to where it will stay, but it's not going to look like you have all this glue on your eye. So I absolutely love that about this. And this glue also works really well when it is drying. So for lashes, you really want to make sure that the glue is a little bit dry before you put it on. And now I know that sounds crazy because most people think, oh my gosh, it's going to dry. You got to put it on as soon as you put the glue on. But in all reality, you don't want to do that because the glue needs to get really tacky. If you have a lash glue, you will notice that when it kind of dries on around the edges, it's tacky, it's sticky. And that is exactly what you want it to be like on the band of your lash. So that way it sticks to the eye, whereas if you just put glue on and then you pop it right on your eye, it's going to be too liquidy. It's going to have too much moisture. I almost said it's going to be too moist, and I hate that. So it's going to have too much moisture on it, and it's not going to be able to stick to the eyelid. You really want it to get tacky. And so what I love about the Revlon Lash Glue is that it goes on white when you paint it on, but then it dries kind of like a light purple color. So as it's starting to turn that light purple color, I would say 30, 45 seconds, then you can go ahead and it's time to put your lash on. So that's what I love because there's no guesswork. The glue changes color, so it's so easy to tell when it's time to put your lash on. Now, another little tip is to find a lash that has a very thin band. So these are the Ardell Glamour Wispies. I love these lashes. I also love the Ardell Double Ups, Double Up Wispies, and also other double ups, but I feel like with these are thinner at the band. So if you are a beginner with lashes, get the Ardell Wispies, get the Ardell Demi Wispies. Those have a really nice thin lash band. And let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So right here, you want this part to not have a lot of black on it. If it has a lot of black on it, that often means it's going to be harder to work with because it is thicker. So you're going to need more glue, and you're also going to it's just heavier. So it's going to be harder to fit to your eye. Whereas with a thin band, it is much easier to bend and to kind of maneuver. And also when this dries on your lash, if you mess up or if you kind of get a little jaggedy with it, it's not really going to show because right here is so thin. Now, if you have a thick black line right here, it will be very noticeable if you do make it a little jaggedy because it is a thicker black line. I also recommend fitting the lash to your specific eye shape. I feel like that is a common mistake. A lot of people will just buy lashes and just put the glue on and pop them on. Now, these lashes I can do that with. However, there are some lashes that I do need to trim. So what I will do is I will take the lashes off, kind of place them on my eye like I would without any glue on. And then if it is too long, if it comes too far in on the inner corner or if it goes too far out on the outer corner, I will just remove it, and then I always cut the outer corner. And you always want to do that because a lot of lashes, as they go in, the inner corner becomes shorter. So if you cut the inner corner, you're going to end up having really long lashes at the inner corner of your eye, which just looks very unnatural. So you always want to cut from the outer corner out here. So for these, for example, if they were too long for my eye, I would probably cut off around that much and then fit them again. And then if they're perfect, great, go ahead and apply some glue and do it and do the same thing on the other side. Now, I always recommend cutting little bits at a time because if you think oh, I should have cut off 2 little sections of lash, well, then it might be too short. So just cut a little bit at a time, and it's always easier to take away than to add some more lashes back on or start all over with a brand new pair. So with all of those tips and tricks, I'm just going to zoom you guys in and show you how I actually apply my lashes. Okay, so we are up close and personal now. What I am going to do is I'm going to do this eye for you guys so you guys can see it really easily. So I'm just going to try to take these lashes off. I got acrylic nails back on, and oh my gosh, it's so hard to get lashes off. I should have brought tweezers in here. Okay, so this is how thin the band is on these. As you guys can see, there's no black line right here, so this is going to make it really invisible on the eye and make it look more natural. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my glue. So let me see. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to brush some of this on. I don't use a whole lot, but I will say if you're going for a night out or anything like that, definitely bring your lash glue with you because I know me, it always kind of tends to pop first on the inner corner, and then it's very obvious you're wearing false lashes. So always bring your glue with you. That's another really important tip. Okay, so I really just put on very little glue, and I'm just going to let this sit for about 30 seconds until it starts to turn purple, and then I'm going to pop it on my eye. Okay, so as you guys can see, well, maybe not see, but the glue is starting to turn a light purple color, and that's how I know it is ready to be popped on. So I'm going to be looking down into my mirror, and I just I kind of go like this to get it as close to the lash line as possible. Okay, and then I might look head on to make sure that it's kind of in the right spot. And then I simply just kind of push it in to the lash line, make sure it's even. I just try to work really gently with it. I don't try to pull too hard because then I just feel like it gets messy really quickly. So then I just take both hands, use both fingers, and I just kind of push it down. And when your fingers do get a little bit of glue on them, I always have a makeup wipe handy and I just kind of wipe my hands off, and then I'll dry them off on a towel so I make sure because if you have like sticky fingers, obviously the lash is going to stick to your fingers and just come right back off. So I just kind of do that, and then I might just push it up a little bit. I just kind of play with it a little bit. But then that is it. Then you have a lash on. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then I will be back to show you guys my last little trick. Okay, so now that I have the other eyelash on, I'm going to share with you guys my last little tip, and that is to apply mascara. Now, some people are like, do never put mascara on your false eyelashes. Me, I kind of break the rules. So I'm going to use my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, and what I like to do is just really kind of press it into the roots of the lash, because this will help blend your real eyelashes with your falsies. Ooh, contact dry out. And then I just kind of bring it up really lightly. I don't really put it on like the ends of my false lashes, because especially with the Ardell Wispies, I like them to be very fluttery and light still. So I just like to make it a little bit thicker at the actual band. And again, this will just help blend the natural lash and the false lash together. And then also, if you feel like it's not blended enough, you could just put a little bit more eyeliner. I sometimes do that, but for this video, I feel like I don't really have to. I feel like this is blended enough. So I just like to do that. And as you guys can see, I feel like this eye looks so much better than this one. This one just looks like it's all kind of one, whereas this one doesn't. And this one does have a little bit of glue that's still drying. This glue does dry clear eventually, but if I do notice something like that, I will put eyeliner on top of it. I love falsies. I think they're so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative for you. If you did like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!